Myself has been working in the gender equality field for more than 10 years. The policy is very good, but the transformation of development is where we're having a challenge, and that is exactly
the implementation is still lacking.
Yes, and it's about the mindset that we're having, and also probably we should interrogate ourselves, because the institutionalization of patriarchy by state is what this is where citizens leverage, and especially male citizens, because if you, like 2 weeks ago or a week ago, we had a new female president in a local political party. It would go on Facebook, more than 400 comments were made on that to actually say, it's a small party, this one. But they have proven in this country that we are able to allow transformation, and we acknowledge the inequalities. That should say something to all bigger parties in this country, because if you look at all of those bigger parties and you look at the structure and the quantity of the quota of women in it, we are just bearers of office. We are not decision makers, but we are the ones that get things done. Yet they need to make sure that the bar is kept, because it's the only way. But even if you look at them being at the same level, my salary remains still very less.
No, we're coming back to
not only that, but one of the biggest systems she's referring to, without mention, is religion. Who are the most people supporting churches? Women. Who are the most people going to church on a Sunday? Women. Contributing, sacrificing for church? Women. But who are the leaders? Who are the millionaires that are becoming, flaunting their bling bling? Men. Where are the women? Why are the prophets not women? And where are the women to say, but wait a minute, can it not be our space to be leaders? The conditioning. The guy who says, "Chomi, my fro," whatever, it does not start when he's 19 or 29. It starts at 2, 1, because the conditioning starts there to say, as a boy, this is your space. As a boy, you are entitled to this. As a boy, you are the one to prepare to pay lobola. We cannot pay lobola for you, but you must pay lobola for getting a partner. This is all ingrained gradually through educational systems, through cultural practices, in such a way that when a man is 30, 40, 50, the foundation has been created where he feels, but even if she is the CEO and I'm just the security guard, I am a man, so I'm superior to her.
And it's the same thing, like look, right now we are having a simple debate about a pad for young girls in school.
Oh my goodness.
Just a pad. And you see our parliamentarians who are all male do not see that as a priority. Don't they have daughters?
And the women don't want to debate it because
it's sensitive.
It's sensitive.
But no, the women also, they are being, it's the whole patronized power over that is. But also it's the fear of being attacked, because the moment you see, look at our female parliament, you must one day go to parliament and just go through a whole session. You'll be able to see probably 2 or 3 women speaking, but also us as in the media world, is that when you look at the parliamentary reviews on TV, you will have 1 woman speak out of the 10.
Yeah.
Even though other women have contributed to the discussion, because what is controversial is what the man is saying, to actually say, deal with your bedroom issues or what is between your legs outside. So it's and that's where a problem is, because at home it basically meant, for me in my opinion, and I'll be blunt around it, all those men in parliament do not have any respect for their little daughters. But there are few that you can give credit to who have actually spoken out and say a pad is the most crucial thing that your child is supposed to have. And if you can imagine every Namibian giving 1 pack of pads to a school, do you know how much wonders it is? And I can remember when I was at school, when I got my periods, I was at Namtuni, and this funny red thing came up. I didn't even understand what it is.
So I want to give
the boys teasing us to actually say
a background on the pads and this decision that has been made. So in civil society for a long time, we've actually been fighting for the distribution of free sanitary pads to girls in school. And also, as part of that initiative at Sister Namibia, we have what we call the sister pads. Now, these are reusable sanitary pads that girls especially use in rural areas, because they last 2 years. They wash them and then they reuse them again. And there are other countries that have passed these laws in terms of providing for free sanitary pads. And to be honest with you, when I read those comments, I was so frustrated. I don't even know how to say it, because Even a lot of women actually came up and said like, yeah, we have more important things to focus on than the taxation of pets and providing for free pets. And a lot of men again coming up and saying that. And I'm like, okay, for men, I'm like, okay, you know what? You don't understand the whole concept of menstruation. But for women, you know, and this is how I put it, right? This is
you
how
don't have anything.
Okay. This is how I put it. Girls in villages, right? And the reason why we said at the sister pets is girls sit in a classroom and then she starts bleeding. And then we call this, listen here, we call this bleeding vaginas. So you sit in parliament and then you are like, you know what, we don't want to talk about this issue of menstruation. Or you talk in the street and you're like, you know what, we have more important things to focus on. But think about this little girl who sits there and she's bleeding. And the class is over and she has to get up because another class is to come in. But she has to wait for her whole class to get out in order for her to get up. Because now her skirt is completely bloody and bleeding. And then now she has to be like, what do I do? She has to walk around. And the thing is, just because we do not talk about it doesn't mean her vagina doesn't stop bleeding. Just because we don't want to talk about it and we don't say, you know, this and that, doesn't mean girls out there are not suffering. And it's an important thing because a lot of girls miss a lot of school days because of this issue. And again, that's where you have an inequality in terms of education, especially in rural areas.
You know,